Hey everyone, I want to take a moment and show you how to use the new menu builder and connect that to your website. When you first launch it, you probably won't have a menu. I have one I created called main. So you'll just want to click down here to create a new menu, give it a name. If it's going to be your only menu or your main menu, you'll probably want to set it as a default, and I'll explain more why that for that in a moment. Not going to worry about the logo yet. We'll deal with that in a moment and this information. But you just put in a name, click Save Menu, and then it will be available here for you to select. So we'll select the one that I already started, and I've set it as a default. Now what you'll need to do is in the editor, at the top here under Page Settings, for each page that you want the default menu, you'll just select it. The idea is you could create a completely separate menu with a different layout of information. Maybe on the youth page, use a youth logo instead of your church logo. You could do that, create a menu, and on that page you could choose the youth menu that you created. We just have one called main, and as you saw on the last page, we made it the default, so we just choose the default. By telling it the default, later, if all of our pages we've selected the default, we could create a brand new menu, set it up just the way we want, and then click to make that the default, and all of our pages would then get the new menu. So let me get back to the main editor. I have too many tabs open, I think. All right, so I've created a few buttons already, and you'll see them up here. One has a little icon. And to add a button, it's as simple as click Add Menu Item. And we're going to do, let's see, we'll do Beliefs. You can choose an icon. There's lots to choose from. You could do this, and then you could link it to a page on your website. Not going to do that for the moment. You could also link that to an external page. Now if I go ahead and save this and I refresh and I reload our home page here, we'll see we have our beliefs up here. You'll see the drop down. That's just as simple as pulling them to the side. I can also make them part of the main menu, or we could move this here and here. Let's see, you would never really do this. I don't think you'd have staff and then ministries under staff, but I'm just going to do that for an example. And now you'll see how we have these little slide out ones. So you have a lot of control with them. Quick thing that we did, we thought, what if you created a lot of menu items and you really didn't want to lose them, but you don't want them live on your page? You can just go ahead and put them over here, save, and then later they're there for you to use when you want them. Next thing I want to show you is this thing that we just added called a mega menu. I love this feature. It really can change the layout of your menu. I haven't refreshed this yet, so it's still this drop down. But there's a way you can show a lot more menu items in a drop down that are going to be far easier for the end user to navigate. So let's say under About, we're going to go ahead and put staff. And these won't necessarily make sense the way I'm doing it, but it'll give you an idea. And staff doesn't want to move, so we're just going to move it up there for the moment. There, now we're going to move this down to there and here. Okay, like I said, this is just for an example, so we're going to do sample 1. And we could do icons on each of these. I'm not going to go ahead and do that right now. Probably a good idea to hit save once in a while. Now watch what happens if I put these here under staff. And remember, About, this top menu item is listed as a mega menu now. The items underneath it don't have that option. They can't be a mega menu as well. They must be at the very top of the menu item. So we're going to save this and refresh this. Now, Remember on our editor here, we had home, history, about. About is now a mega menu, and look what it does. So we have the staff, ministries, location, beliefs. That's the next level, and those will never link per se. But the items underneath do, and you can add those items. You can move this around. Like right now we have 4, which is your maximum, but we could move like this. So now we're gonna have 2 with sub ones underneath it. And it shows you how you can lay this out very differently. You could come up with 4 main headings, and maybe under About Us, you would have location, history, staff, and then maybe under ministries, men's, women's, and then you could do another section. Not sure exactly what, but it gives you a lot of power for people to get a quick view of your site and the pages and where they may want to go. The other main parts of the menu really are being able to add a logo to your page. Actually, before I did that, I don't think I showed the menu style. We have 6 of them now, and we're adding probably 3 more pretty soon we're working on. So just one click and it very much changes the whole look. And then we have other ones I'll let you play around with on your time. Let's just go back to this one. And let's add a logo, and that will be the end of this video. Let's see here. We have this little one we can use. Now look, this logo is huge, and we don't have that much space, so you can just move it like this. And then you have this section for placement, so we're going to place it about right here. Crop and upload. We can create a separate menu to be used for mobile. That currently you can upload it. It won't show yet because we are beta testing it, and it will show here in the next couple of days. We're about to be done with that. So I've switched it back to the light one. We've added the logo to it, and it will link back. We're testing this a little bit. It's a little pixelated, but we're working on that, and we'll get that here resolved very soon, so it looks a little bit sharper on your logos. Hope this helps you get started on your menus. If you have uploaded a logo and it's pixelated, send it to us. We can manually put it in as we are fine-tuning this part of the system. Thanks, guys.